Welcome to Everyday Life. Thank you for joining our podcast, Conversations Over Coffee. My name is Jen.
And I'm Dagda.
And we're going to hit you with the explicit content warning right off the bat. This podcast does include adult situations and adult language from time to time.
I'm an angel. I never fucking cuss.
Okay. Anyways, you ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go. See, you shouldn't have gone because that's fucking contagious, dick. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm alive and kicking. I'm on this side of the dirt. You know, one of my favorite things to say. So, that's good. That's good. So I was doing some thinking because I'd said to you last time we had it. First of all, they don't know we haven't had a chance to record in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We've been busy, y'all. We have stuff we got to do.
Life happens.
Adulting happens. Ugh. I hate adulting. It's so disgusting. Anyways, when we talked the last, and we talked about it, we were talking about, I'd given you that thought of, well, what if you tried to do like little AI sketches for us? Mm-hmm. And then we ran into a little snafu when we went to look at it today. But then I found, and here you can have it. I found a few different websites you might look at that's supposed to have some free where you can tinker around with that idea.
Okay.
Because I have come to realize as I sit back and observe this world, it's really interesting, but tons of creators and just tons of people out there in general seem to be artificially infatuated with what's going on.
Yeah.
Because they all say it's a great thing until all of a sudden the layoffs comes for the coding jobs and for this, that, and the other. And like, oh, no, it's not fair. Well, you were just praising the AI for their work.
YouTube itself is fucking actually, it looks like it's giving preferential treatment to AI stuff. And like there's been several longtime YouTubers that have been complaining because they've lost a buttload of not necessarily viewers, but they've lost a lot of I don't even know what you call it. Basically, instead of the algorithm pushing them and putting them up for people to see,
they're losing FaceTime.
It's fucking basically not showing them as much as what it was, and therefore they're losing viewership.
Right. But, and I get that, but there's two things about that.
Shadow banning.
There's two things I have to say about that. One is if you're on YouTube or any other platform where you're having, any kind of success, any moniker of success, whatever, you have to, because we've all seen this. Anybody who's been alive in the last 20 years and used YouTube, we've all seen it where, groups A through Z are popular, but now groups 1 through 26 are popular and A through Z is not doing shit.
Yeah.
So first of all, if you have this knowledge ahead of time and you've seen it, we're like, oh, wow, I haven't seen the Band Boys put anything out and like anything new out like in a couple of weeks. I wonder why. And then you go to their channel and you look at it and it's like, oh, you used to consistently put stuff out, but then all of a sudden it just drops off and you're putting out one thing a month. So you got those people who are like, there's nothing wrong with overvaluing yourself except doing it reasonably. I'm not going to say who, but I know that there is a YouTube group out there, and I'll say group because that way it totally can't identify. There's a YouTube group out there that still has a active Patreon that has a set amount for you to join. Mm-hmm. And there is absolutely zero difference between what I can see for free on YouTube versus what I can see on Patreon. Mm. But
yeah, usually people will be like, oh, well, this comes out a week earlier, a month earlier, whatever.
It probably used to be for that group. Yeah. But what I've noticed is they're not really doing shit, but they're still charging $5 a month to be part of their Patreon. And that's fine. There's no problem with that because I think the only difference between Patreon and YouTube is there's a few more behind the scenes. There's more behind the scenes things to see. And that's fine. But first of all, we're all seeing this trend, right? So why at this stage of the game where YouTube's been around for 22 years now, 22 years, like that range.
Yeah.
And we've seen the rise and fall and rise and fall and rise and fall of all these different people going, man, I'm not making any money. Now I got to get on Twitch. Now I got to get on Vine. Or I mean, Vine's not a thing anymore. But they did. Yeah. A lot of them jumped to Vine. Be like, fuck you, YouTube. I'm going to Vine. Well, guess what? And Vine went away.
It went away really fast.
Yeah. But, and then I'm going to go back to MySpace. Well, you can't now. You know, so they're doing all these things, but not a single one of them are actually planning there's a ton of them out there that are complaining about their loss of income. But if you've been YouTubing for 5 years and you've seen the change in the algorithm and you've seen the change of what's going on, and you've seen the downfall of all these other people that were maybe making $15,000 a month and now they're only making $5,000, logic dictates that we go, okay, at some point I'm going to have a decrease in revenue. So how do I offset that now?
Yeah. I mean, you can pretty much assume, it's almost guaranteed, that whatever you're doing will only be popular for so long.
Yes.
Now, if you can manage to get the 1,000 true fans,
right.
Some of them will stick around until you fucking quit, basically. Yeah. But the majority of them aren't. The majority of people aren't going to stick around. And it doesn't matter necessarily how good you are or how beloved you are.
People's interests change.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
they grow and they change.
Yeah, there's a bunch of YouTube channels that I used to watch almost religiously that I just stopped watching them. But I'm also one of those people that rarely finishes watching a television show, even the ones that I really like.
You did finish Stranger Things, thank God.
I did, yeah. And like in a reasonable time frame, not 15 years later, I'm coming back to watch this thing. Finally.
I gotta tell you, I was so proud that you actually finished that within the first 30 days. I'm so proud.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a bad example of basically a shitty fan, I guess you could say.
I wouldn't say you're a shitty fan, but I think that you are actually the true definition of an average fan. This right now, in this moment, in 2018, this homesteading is catching my eye. I'm digging it. I'm learning all these different kind of things. Oh, COVID happens. I can't do shit. So what can I do at home when there's no COVID? Ooh, how to build your own solar cells. Interests change. And what's interesting about it is that the interests tend to overlap in a way. Like we both have gone through these phases with like the Hoof GP, which I love Graham.
Yes.
I love Graham and Kevin and all of them. I love them all, but it hurts my heart. So I cry every time I see a fucking cow hoof that's been completely delaminated and they have to remove it, or it's rotten in the core, or they've stepped in like that one video with like the 3-inch shale rock. Oh my God. I love the Hoof GP. Yeah. I love watching him. I don't watch it on YouTube anymore. I just catch it on Facebook Shorts here and there. Yeah. Because it's not the content. I love the content. I love having that knowledge of this is what you need to look for when you're taking care of any cloven animal.
Yeah.
So I love gaining that knowledge, but it was just like, I think I saw in 1 week, I saw a bull's fucking foot with massive dermatitis. And then there was another one with a completely delaminated, and I think he wants to say it looks like it had an injury at some point. So it was completely delaminated. So it went from looking like a normal hoof to it looked like it had been an amputee, which just broke my heart.
Yeah.
And then there was one where they had an ulcer that was so bad it just ruptured out, and they ended up having to look like they had an amputation too.
Yeah.
And, and so on the one side, I love the Hoof GP. On the other side, a couple of times I've posed questions in the chat with the video and everything, being like, how do you handle this? The response I got was, please subscribe if the Hoof GP, please subscribe. And it's like, well, your social media team sucks. Either your social media team sucks or your automatic response system sucks, because I had a legit animal husbandry question. Like, what do you do when you have an animal where both feet are affected that way? Do you know what I mean? And it was like a legit, because he had a video where somebody, he clearly calls out, this one's bad and this is this. And, and it was just like, he was just like, but this isn't as bad as this. But what do you do if you have one that's both the same bad?
Yeah.
I was kind of curious about that. I'm like,
hamburger.
Right? You're like, steaks. Well, what I thought, and I know everybody's going to laugh at this, what I thought was, do they do like what they do with like dogs that have double hand injuries and they have to keep pressure off, or double paw injuries and have to keep off it? Do they put them into like a cow wheelchair?
I don't think so.
I mean, I don't know. So they make them
like
just
with
stay in the
horses.
beds. Well, horses get shot if their shit gets broken.
Yep.
You know, I mean, we all can use some Elmer's glue. It's fine. I don't know. Anyways, but we have constantly changing interests. I mean, there's always a general overlap. Like for me, I love the videos where I love the things where I'm learning something. So like from Graham, you learn some really good basic cloven animal husbandry. Very basic, but it's really good. And it's a good way to see, could there be a future problem or whatever?
Yeah.
Like the creepy ones are the cool ones where it's just like, so this little ass, her hoof is actually turned. It's an actual birth defect.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how, what? And then when you see what he does at the end of it, it's like, ooh, right?
Yeah.
But to look for that twist, and it can cause problems with the pedal bone, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right, Graham. I actually do listen to you. But then I also like the other ones when they're talking about like, that ranch guy who cooks that our friend can't stand.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm always interested to see his recipes, like, just because it's just like, what's his name? Justin or something like that?
I don't remember.
I think I literally was just in my brain, saw the Creole cook in my head. But I love learning stuff like how to do things sustainably, how to learn new recipes, how to make your money go for. I love it. But it's not something I'm watching 24/7.
Yeah.
If I'm going to watch something 24/7, it better fucking make me laugh.
Yeah.
And there's really not much out there. There is a gaming group that I love, but, and I'm not going to put them on blast.
Okay.
But I will say, I find it very odd for the amount of subscribers they have. When you add up, when you put their videos they actually only have an average of like 37,000 people that actually watch their stuff. But how they have millions of subscribers is beyond me, because it's just like, that doesn't make any sense how you have an average of 1% of your subscribers.
That's actually fairly common. I mean, not necessarily not that extreme.
Like Mr. Beast has a whole shit ton. Like Mr. Beast himself, he's got like what, 4 or 5 million subscribers, and he consistently has 2 million views per video.
Yeah,
that 50% of your subscribers should be watching your videos within the first 30 days, but not this other group that I'm thinking about. I'm like,
yeah.
So you know what I think it is? I just won't call out.
Yeah. Well, the same thing happens with the live streamer services, right? Like Twitch. Mm-hmm. People will have like 1,000 subscribers and they'll have like 4 people watching.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Although that's also way extreme, but you'll have situations where they have significantly more subscribers than who are actually watching.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a Twitch account, and I don't think I've ever watched a fucking Twitch stream, even like a recording of it, which is funny because like, so I signed up for Twitch, right?
Right.
I don't remember why, but I signed up and I followed a couple of people. That was probably why, because I wanted to follow this one particular person or whatever.
Hot chick, gotcha.
I don't remember.
Probably. Let's just be blunt about it.
I mean, who doesn't like a hot chick? But I never actually watched anything. And like within 24 hours of signing up, I got banned. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I did nothing.
I haven't even fucking logged in. I logged in to make an account and subscribed. And then I immediately got banned. What the fuck is going on? So I actually contacted them and they're like, oh, you did such and such. I'm like, no, I have never watched anything on here. And so they actually reviewed whatever it was. And they're like, oh yeah, you're right. You haven't done anything. You've literally just subscribed and that's it. But yeah, it's so crazy to me that, I think one of the reasons why the world we're in, we're becoming more and more artificially infatuated, is because we're tired of bullshit like that. It's like, if you're going to fucking accuse me of something, you better make sure that shit's fucking legit. Like, saying I'm invading your private space when I'm not. Let me just tell you, I most certainly know how to socially distance. So fuck you. Anyways, but I think that's where we're getting this artificial infatuation, is because it's like we're tired of the same people making the same amount of money and being like, oh, I only cleared $240,000 this month. You guys are mean. You need to watch more of my videos. Fuck off.
I'm a human. I should be allowed to have more than one interest of who's fucking. Will this gun shoot through a toilet seat? I can watch those videos, but I should be able to go watch. This is grim.
Hey, don't make fun of that guy. Anyway.
There was one guy on there. Look, I swear to God. There was a guy on YouTube. He could have done just had a whole channel of bloopers. I don't know. The 2 different videos that came up on the shorts, both times he was trying to fire one-handed and he whacked himself in the face with the firearm.
Wow.
And I'm just like, you need to be banned because that is unsafe.
Yeah.
And you're teaching people it is unsafe. It's just the same way as people are like, if you want to shoot with one hand, you got to work your grip and do this. Just don't try to teach people that, because I want to say the average viewer is in that young range. I think it's like between 18 and 26 is the average viewer for almost anything. Maybe it's because it was a blurb that YouTube had sent a couple months ago on the email about keep in mind, like your viewers' average ages on YouTube is this. But then you got the TikTok. And now everybody's infatuated with TikTok because you got to gobble up the TikTok before it goes away. Because it's, supposedly an American company's buying it, but that still hasn't happened.
Yeah.
And then, you get all these people it's the same people making the same amount of money on all this shit. It is just like, I am extremely happy if you want to have a channel where you want to talk about every one of your hotel stays and give recommends. That's cool. But don't get mad at me if I click past it. And don't be sitting there crying about your viewership if they click past it, because I'm sorry. Look, there's like 5 types of hotels really, honestly, in the world. And like, once you tell me, so not the Circle K, what's that one? The Motel 6 on Highway 99. I would rate it 3.2 stars over the Highway 6 on Aurora Avenue, which I would rate it 2.6 because, the one's got better hookers than the other. I'm being serious. I've actually heard people say that this Motel 6 is better than that one because of hookers. But that's, so I think we're looking for something that's a little bit lighter. And so what we get with AI, what we get with these, I'm all bricked up. Hot honey. What we get with this is this little bit of fun play where it's just like we're mocking ourselves that we're so obsessed with this. We're so obsessed with that. And, putting it into a surreal environment makes it a lot funner for people.
Yeah.
And, and what I think is so great about whoever started the Bigfoot vlogs, let me kudos to them, because now I've seen rabbits, squirrels, and foxes now.
Okay.
And it's just like, some people are just doing it because they're in college for video editing. So they're just doing it to play and experiment with. Other people are trying to make a living at it or whatever. But I think because right now we have almost endless possibilities with it. Mm-hmm. Like it's crazy some of the things that these AI programs will do.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is when the AI figures out how to do it better than the human eye is when people better really start watching out for their jobs. Honestly.
I mean, it's more or less a matter of time. I mean, there's a good chance that Congress will put in effect certain laws or whatever to protect people's jobs. There's a chance. But given how out of touch most people in Congress are in comparison to the real world. I
mean, let's be really honest here and look at the generational age, because I think boomers still control a huge portion of Congress.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, I'm not saying all boomers, but there is a good portion of them that are just like, you're 50, you're 60. Why haven't you signed up for that consumer cellular thing yet? Okay. Why don't you already have your plot picked out at the cemetery? It's like, bitch, they're going to burn me at the stake. That's why, but that's what I'm saying is like, we have this aged Congress that
it's a series of tubes. It's not like a dump truck.
It's a theory that connects. It seems that we have a Congress that's very aged. It's like this huge, the people who should be in Congress now, the Gen X who should be in Congress, who can help really influence more going into these changes with, AI and all of that. Pretty much we're like, hands off. Fuck it. I mean, we're such a small percentage of it. So now
Yeah.
we've got boomers and we've got millennials that are in there. And it's just like they're at war with each other. They don't want, the older generation doesn't want to progress as fast as the younger generation does. The younger generation seems to think all this is progress and it's great. Cool, Suzanne. You just created a program that just knocked out 20,000 jobs in your hometown. Good job. But you know what? Congress is going to end up doing the same thing that they did when, thankfully, when they did the civil rights, and they're going to be requiring you're an AI company. Okay. Well, you at least got to have a 25% human workforce. And then you're going to get some smartass who's going to invent an AI artificial heartbeat life form cyborg worse than Megan 2.0.
Wow.
Oh, speaking of dolls, totally off subject. When I was doing some artwork for After Dark, somebody has on the platform when we get pictures from, somebody has taken pictures of a sex doll in compromising positions.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't think that the photographer realized how creepy it is, because some of these cyber dolls are so realistic. It looked like a dead body.
Cool.
Not cool. I am not into necrophilia. Fuck that shit. Anyways.
I'm a vampire, therefore I'm a necromancer.
Uncle jokes all day long. No, it's just I think everybody's gonna get together and they're gonna end up. It's just really sad that they're gonna have to end up putting laws into place that saying, as a company here in the United States, you must have a 25% human workforce.
They're all janitors. There's the CEO and then the rest are janitors.
Well, you gotta have, and HR is fucking Janet, the HR robot. Excuse me, Mr. Dagda. Yeah. What is your complaint today? Would you like to be janitor number 1 or janitor number 3? You have no violations.
You're on toilet duty.
That probably would be what you would get stuck with, too.
I was hired to be a window washer, motherfucker. Suck it up, buttercup.
Right. You can wash toilets and lick windows. Now go to work, slacker.
Slug.
We're not going to talk about slugs, for fuck's sake. No. I don't know. It's interesting because I obviously I don't watch mainstream television. I only watch what's on streaming services. And even then, my partner and I, one of our favorite shows just did its next season's premiere, but we're holding on to it so we can binge it. Mm-hmm. A lot of it. I mean, I think we're going to start tonight because it's been out for a month. So we'll probably start tonight. Yeah. We like to binge 2 or 3 episodes at a time. So I was like, I'm scared that it's only going to be like another season where they only do like 10 episodes and it'll be like, ugh. Because they're going international this year. But anyways.
I actually watched, let me see. I watched the first 2 episodes of the new season of Fallout.
Yeah.
And then I watched, God damn it. Is it Tom Clancy?
Reacher?
No. Without Remorse, which is
that's the one with Michael Jordan. Yeah. My partner hates that movie and I loved it. So
I liked it in general. There are a few things though that are nonsense.
Yeah. Like certain people playing Jack Ryan when they're not even 5'7"? Gotcha. No problem.
I mean, this is arguably worse. Because, well, first of all, they wouldn't use the people that they used to go apprehend the Russian dude.
Okay.
That would never have happened.
Yeah.
Like, how likely do you think it would be that somebody would raise an eyebrow seeing Michael B. Jordan in Russia? There aren't that many black people.
Sonya.
In Russia. That's its own fucking thing.
Yeah.
We're sending somebody to apprehend somebody in Russia.
Yeah.
The group that goes over there needs to be able to blend in.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they only have what do they have? Like less than 2% African American community.
Yeah. I don't know.
I know at one point it was only 1.3, but it might be like 1.7 now.
Yeah. And so if they were going to send people, first of all, they want to send Navy SEALs first and foremost.
Right.
Yeah. And like none of the people that went there spoke Russian or anything like that. It's like, this is all fucking retarded.
Every single one of them knew at least one Russian word. Niet.
Niet. Do svidanya. Здравствуйте. That's hello and goodbye.
Vodka.
Vodka.
That's all you need to know is Niet. Vodka.
Ivan.
God bless Bert Kreischer. The
Kremlin.
machine.
Yeah.
The Kremlin. Das Kremlin. Das Vidania. No, yeah. So you watched the first 2 episodes of Fallout. What'd you think?
I mean, it's all right. Like I said before, my biggest problem with that show isn't anything.
Excuse me.
It's a me problem.
Yeah.
And it's because I love the fucking
Series.
I love the Brotherhood of Steel.
Mm-hmm.
And the person, the character that represents the Brotherhood of Steel, I fucking hate that character because he's kind of everything that you shouldn't be.
That's the one that Goggins is playing, right?
No, Goggins is the ghoul.
Okay.
Like, I like that character in spite of the fact that you're not supposed to like him.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't know. There's been some woke choices that I'm like about. I'm not fucking mad about it, but I'm also not fucking happy about it.
Yeah.
But it's not egregious enough for me to be like, fuck this shit
on the forums going,
yeah,
this is racist against all Fallout followers
or sexist or whatever.
Yeah.
So that stuff I'm overlooking, but the fucking that character, although that character has in this season, it looks like he's basically redeeming himself. And not
do you have an issue with the actor at all, or is it literally
not the
just
actor,
the character?
Not the actor, not his race. It has nothing to do with that. The character,
right.
I fucking despise.
I've heard you say. That's why I asked. Are you sure it's not the actor? Because you've said that before, and you're like, yeah, I don't really like him either. But
yeah, I don't.
Who's the actor who's portraying?
I don't remember the name of anybody in that show except for Goggins.
Yeah.
And the arguably main character, the lady from the vault, I can't remember her fucking name, but the person who plays her dad is a longtime actor who I recognize, but I don't remember his fucking name.
Do you remember what he was in?
No. I know I've seen movies and or television shows with him in it before, but just like with Goggins, I've seen stuff. Like I watched Justified for a while.
That's one of the problems I have with some of the TV shows out there is that it doesn't seem like anybody's trying to make original new content. Yeah. They're trying to go, hey, we're going to get actor A, B, C, and D to come in here and we're going to retell this story a different way because we need money or we want money or whatever.
Yeah, and I kind of get it because like if you make something new and people don't like it, then you're screwed.
Yeah,
but at the same time, you remake something, and then you get a bunch of people mad at you because
you ruined my favorite series.
I mean, Star Wars is
Superman. A lot of people think that. I think that certain people ruined Superman, but not Henry Cavill.
Oh, it's the dude.
Like you, dear little legit, got really stiff. Like you better not fucking say anything about God Cavill to me.
I love me some Cavill.
Okay, so Kyle MacLachlan would be playing Lucy's dad, right?
Yeah.
So that's Kyle MacLachlan. Yeah, he's kind of a trip. He's a trip actor, let me tell you. And then who else did you say? What's the character's name that you don't like? You don't like the character from the Brotherhood of Steel? Is it Maximus?
Maximus, yeah.
I've never seen that guy in anything.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen other than Goggins and MacLachlan. I don't think I've ever seen any of these people in anything.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's just, but So would you say that Fallout is using AI to help with all the features? Because I don't think it's practical magic they're using. I think it's CGI, isn't it?
Yeah, like with Goggins' face, because he's a ghoul. They do have some practical effects, but his nose, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, you could, but it would be very obvious that it isn't.
Yeah, it would look like the Red Skull in the first Captain America.
Yeah.
Where they hadn't perfected it, so you could kind of see that bit of a bulbousness.
Yeah. So yeah,
You thought I didn't see it, but I did.
They use AI to basically remove most of his nose.
Yeah, and that CGI and AI can go hand in hand together.
Yeah,
honestly, and it works.
CG, yeah.
Well, CGI is a part of AI, isn't it? Isn't it kind of in the family, or AI is part of CGI?
Potentially, it depends.
I mean, they would work hand in hand because you have to create with it, but
you could basically bypass a bunch of the programmers who would have to build the artwork, basically.
Yeah.
By using AI.
What's that, Tucker? You ain't gonna participate in the potluck this week? Well, that's okay, because Bot 9, they've got it covered. Yeah. Hello, I am here to pick up my taco seasoning. I don't know. It's fascinating to me where like I'm very up until you started experimenting with it for the podcast. And just to kind of like, because it does, like, people do not understand unless if they're not podcasting and publishing it, they do not understand how many different steps go into it. And it's one way to take what you're thinking and put it into paper.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because 3/4 of the ones come through are so similar to what I would write anyways. It doesn't feel like I'm being lazy or disrespectful or anything. It's a matter of keeping consistent.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you what, folks, there are some days where I'm so fucking tired, I can't even realize if I got to pee or if I need to take a nap. So having something do that extra step to where that consistency is there is huge and important. Yeah. And
it speeds up the process a lot.
It really does, because it's just like there are days before you started using that program where I'd be like, what the heck am I going to say, man? Because it's just like, it is what it is. We talked about this. We talked about that. It's all about this. What? But it's just, unfortunately, I'm just dealing with some fatigue right now, I think. I know me well enough to know I'm dealing with fatigue, and I cannot wait. I'm not even going to lie about it. I cannot wait until 10 o'clock tonight when I go to bed. Because I have to stay up during the day because I'm trying to change my schedule for other things that are going on. But, AI is, can you imagine? So like Walmart was doing this thing where they were experimenting with using AI robots to restock their shelves.
Okay, yeah.
I only saw them in a local Walmart one time, and the only aisle I saw them on was a canned goods aisle. And I don't think that was going to go too well, but I mean, it makes sense to have the robotics work with somebody, but there was nobody around, and it was just a robot, and and honestly, for a minute, I thought, if they hadn't taken and pulled all the cans off the shelf and then put a case in there, I would have thought it was that robot that guy on YouTube sends around to buy things, where he's got the little hatch that opens and he's got like a $5 bill. Can I get a candy bar or whatever?
Yeah. Well, like Winco has robot floor cleaners.
Yeah.
Which are kind of interesting. You see them coming towards you and like, the fuck?
So they're just like the
floor cleaner.
The RoboVacs that you have at home, but they're bigger.
Yeah, way bigger. Yeah, industrial. They're like fucking like over 5 feet tall.
Yeah,
because they're kind of like the they had the little car floor cleaner type things.
Yeah,
that you would drive around. Yeah, it's basically that, but.
We were
no pilot.
This just reminded me. So we were in Costco yesterday, and my partner and I went to Costco because we go to Costco once a week because, I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's such an old people thing. Yeah, well, you know what? We paid $4.99 for our fresh blueberries, and you went to your local shop and paid $10. So whatever. But anyways,
kiss my grits.
Kiss my grits. Okay, bless your heart. Bless your sweetheart. Right. But. They had over in the water aisle, there was a guy trying to clean the floor.
Okay.
And he was getting mad. And this lady looked at him and she said, what the hell do you expect? Church just let out. We're all trying to get our chicken. chicken's way over before you go to the water here. But the guy was just like, oh my God. He left his unit running and walked off from it. And it scared the shit out of me because it moved like 3 feet on its own. I was like, I am not going down that cursed aisle. But I thought, because you said they've got the automatic floor cleaner. And I thought, that's a dangerous thing. Because if it's not immediately drying it, you're going to get some of those. And watch, you'll see the lawsuits out there of these idiots going, I slipped fell because I didn't know.
My neck.
My back.
My neck and my back.
And I'm not saying the rest of that song.
No, I was not referring to that song.
Okay,
I was
thank
referring to Friday.
His dad, right?
No, it was the fucking crack addict that.
Okay, because I know
like
his dad.
the-
I know the guy who plays his dad has been in another movie, and he's like, "Oh Lord, my neck, my back, oh God, oh God." Great actors, but anyways, so everybody is so obsessed with AI and what it's doing, and I am going to agree with the experts that it's in kind of a bubble right now.
Yeah.
Because people are too faffo. People, like, employers are pissed. My partner and I had this conversation yesterday. He laid out all the groceries because there are a couple of things we won't get from Costco. Because unfortunately, Costco, some of their buyers their avocados are disgustingly underripe and horrible. They are picked at least a month before they should be.
Okay.
And they are gross. Once they ripen up, they taste pretty fucking gross too. They really taste rotten because once they go ripe, they're done because they've been like cold storage or whatever. So and their apples are the size of those little apples our friend like.
Okay.
We don't like apples like that because they're dry and they don't taste like anything but sugar. They're yuck. So we get our apples and our avocados from our local Safeway store because they carry Cosmic Crisp apples, which are divine and juicy, right? Anyways, he lays everything out and said, this is how much all of this cost. Now, for me, I'm going, okay. And I instantly, as soon as he says that, I look at everything's there and I'm going, okay, that'll last 2 months. That'll last a month. That'll last. So I don't break it down in that one-time cost. I break it down in how much use do we get out of it. And it was funny because he goes, I don't care if it lasts a day or a month or a year. He goes, all of our shit is too expensive. And unfortunately, the simple answer for that is it's not just a matter of it's off season for a lot of fruits or berries or this, that, or the other, right? It's not just that. It's also the amount of money that people want to make an hour. COVID happened. And people are like, oh, if you want me to go out there and risk my life against COVID, you've got to pay me better. Now everybody expects to have a premium pay. Yeah. And I am like, minimum wage in our state, or at least in our county, is still better than like 12 states out there. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's way better out there than a lot of other places out there. But I'm just like, well, if you guys want to see what overvaluing yourself looks like, look at Seattle. Because Seattle's minimum wage is like, what, $21, $22 an hour?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And there are big businesses closing left and right. And then all you're having up there right now, and we see it in the news every day, all they're having right now is another retail store had a break-in, another retail store had a robbery, another stabbing, another this, another that. Yeah. Because
another old lady got hit in the face with the 2x4 with the
nails
sticking out of it.
Yeah. Like all of this stuff happening, and we're not doing anything about it. And part of the problem is because if you're a business owner and you have to pay all your employees $20 an hour, you're going to work with as few people as possible. Your quality is going to go down. Yeah. Everything's going to go down. So everything in life is a yin and yang, right? Yeah. So you got all these people going, I need more money. I know what I'm worth an hour. But we do not live in a society that can afford to pay me that an hour. So what do I need an hour? Yeah. Sometimes you have to look at what you need versus what you want, because your needs should always come first. Yeah. So if you look at the fact that for now, maybe starting out in a company at minimum wage, which I think in our county is like around $17 an hour. Yeah. Which actually I think that's like better than about
16, low 17.
Yeah. But that's still better than actually, I want to say like 18 states. It's definitely better than Louisiana and Texas. That's for fucking sure. Yeah. And like in our state, even our waiters and waitresses, they make a hourly wage. Yes. Tips or bonuses. Yeah. There's other states where whatever they get in tips
counts away from
their minimum wage pay.
And there's some where there isn't even a minimum wage.
No, they just work for tips.
Yeah.
So So if you sit there and you start thinking, and if everybody in society could, everything's expensive. We know it's expensive, right? That's why I always like to tell people, learn how to garden. You know, Did I garden this year? No. Why? Because of my depression. So there you go. And that's being honest. That's being factual. That's being wrong about it.
Yeah.
I mean, and plus the flowers came blooming in and I was like, oh, I don't want to dig out the flowers because they look so great. But I mean, I have the ability to grow stuff. I have the greenhouse and all of that.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, was really cheap because I got it on sale and I saved money for 2 years to get it. So I don't want to hear people going, oh, you can afford a greenhouse? And so can you. But
can afford some plastic sheets and a couple of sticks
and
make your own.
Yeah. I mean, for fuck's sake, you can literally go to your local Lowe's hardware store. I hate the other place. You can go to your local hardware store and get yourself some plastic sheeting and some dowel rods.
Yeah.
And you can make a greenhouse too. But what about the seeds, Jen? Oh, I don't know. Did you buy some Roman tomatoes? Cool. Save the seeds out of there. Plant those. Did you buy some carrots that have carrot tops on it? Cool. Plant the carrot tops. I mean, there's share with your neighbors, with your community. But anyways, off topic.
Anywho.
Because what's going to happen is we're going to continue to do these demands that, and I'm not saying it's unreasonable. I personally feel like every human on this planet that's a good person and a hard worker, we should have 4 levels of pay. We should have 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, $45 an hour, right? And that's not the people with like the big professional licenses and all that, but like just your average worker, depending on your years of experience, right?
Okay.
So of course I think we should all deserve a little bit more, but that's just not how it works.
Yeah.
But you've got all these people going like, my partner was saying, I don't understand why things are so expensive. I said, because people want to flip burgers for $19 to $25 an hour.
Yeah.
And what's worse than that, if you pay attention to a lot of these fast food restaurants, which is, by the way, if you want to be in a hospitality type service or restaurant type service, that's the best place to get some basic training on how to deal with difficult customers. Because your worst customer working in fast food, the worst customers are going to be the fast food customers because you only put 2 slices of pickle on my burger and I wanted 3. And I told you, oh my God, it's not going to break it. Anyways, I told him,
I want all white meat chicken nuggets.
No cow eyes for you? Okay. Well, they all are white meat now.
Now they are, but back in the day, that was
cow eyes and brown meat.
I had a friend who worked at McDonald's, and he was like, "Yeah, that's how you make sure that you get freshly cooked ones, because you can't tell once they're cooked. You can only tell when they're still frozen. Mm-hmm. So they would have to basically open a fresh bag and sort them out, and then cook them right then." Yeah.
Well, but my partner's like, I don't understand why you say it's so expensive. I said, most people who are in fast food now want to, literally everybody I've talked to want to make $19 to $21 an hour to flip burgers. Caveat is they don't want to work nights or weekends.
Yeah.
They only want to work certain times and certain days. And if they need to call out because the world is just too hard today, they want to call out and still get paid for calling out. But bigger than that, one of the biggest expenses we're seeing with like fast food restaurants out there is this fact that they're having to pay for the service of getting same day pay. So you can actually, as an employer, you can sign up and do a program where they get same day pay that's available within 2 hours of the end of their shift. Sometimes it's immediate. But like every Wendy's I've been through and every, like at least Wendy's, Popeyes, and one other local place I have seen earn today, paid today, work today, paid today. And that is a massive extra expense that 10 years ago, employers didn't have, but now they do because everybody wants their money. Oh no, you're not going to tell me you're paying me in 2 weeks. Did you see that ad that was out for a while there where it was like, you work today, why should you have to wait 2 weeks for your paycheck? It's called business, dummy. Yeah. But we're changing from the evolution of working together for a common goal, which is I'm going to pay you A, and in 2 weeks, I'm going to give you that money. Because what happens in that 2 week time is that money sits in there and earns interest. So you know what might happen with that? If you've done a really good job and you've got, like, if you're in a position where you could earn bonuses for sales, that's what pays for your bonuses. That's what pays to keep the light on in your company. But how many times I tried to stop the other night, I guess you would call it a fast food restaurant. I wouldn't call it a fast food restaurant, but it is because it has a drive-through, right? I tried to stop the other night because I had not eaten the entire day.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to have to think about coming home and making my salad because I have to pay attention to what I'm doing at night, right?
Yeah.
I need to pay attention to everything. So I was driving back to the house the other night, 9:00 at night. This eatery is supposed to be open. It looks very dark, but the drive-through open sign is open. And I pull up, and this guy is the biggest ass. Is this a to-go order? And I'm like, obviously. Well, what I mean is this an app order? Did you order this on your app? No, I didn't. I'm just trying to get something to eat. I'm hungry. And he says, yeah, I can only take app orders right now. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, my POS is turned off. My point of sale machine's turned off. I'm like, why? Well, because I'm only doing app orders right now. They're losing money hand over fist by these people who aren't wanting to work. Because when I drove around the building, there was literally one guy sitting there with a headset on playing a game on his phone. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't even a phone. I'm pretty sure it was a Steam Deck.
Mm.
And you're demanding $21.83 an hour for that? I'm like, I bet your boss didn't know that you turned off all the lights in the entire store and the only thing you had on was the drive-through light. Bet your boss didn't know.
Yeah.
But you have, so what we're finding is people are stupid. So what's going to happen is they're going to keep building more robots like the janitor robot.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, McDonald's is actually doing this thing where they're working on a totally automated line of stuff. I think they have it is it in Texas or West Virginia or something?
Yeah,
where
yeah.
It's a completely automated store.
Yeah, I mean, they got stuff like that in Japan already. They also have in Vegas, the last time I went to Vegas, they had a robot bartender in the hotel. So it was kind of funny because like at one end of the bar, there was a robot bartender. At the other end of the bar, there was a regular bartender.
But did he look as good as Poe?
Better. Anyway, there was a bunch of people sitting down at the end with the actual human, and they were just watching the fucking robot make stuff. And it was like they were just down there talking about it or whatever. It was kind of interesting.
Well, what's kind of interesting to me is I'd be the one to go to the automatic robot one because I don't have to fucking tip his ass.
There is that, yeah.
Well, all the time you're sitting here talking about this fucking AI robot drink server, and all I'm thinking is, okay, so when he pours, does vodka coming out of his mouth and like tequila out of one eye, like spice rub out of the other?
He's got actual bottles and stuff, if I remember correctly. I think well, then they also had those hoses.
Yeah.
With the sodas or whatever.
Yeah, the CO hoses, yeah.
Yeah, the multi-option hose to squirt out.
Can you imagine standing there arguing with the AI going, yeah, can I get a rum and Coke? Oh, wait. I don't drink Coke. Let me see. Can I get a Sprite and Coke? Oh, wait, I don't drink that. Can you imagine how that robot would be like, make up your fucking mind now.
Just start spraying you down
right.
with the hose. Of course, there would be people that would take advantage of that too. They'd be like shouting out stupid stuff, and then it sprays them with the hose, and they just open their mouth.
Shut up. I don't know. It's interesting. We are living in this world where everybody is super infatuated, and they're not just artificially infatuated with AI intelligence, but it is everything from cars to music to movies, which
hey, that auto
I don't know.
Cab company that Tesla is basically making seems really cool. So you buy a Tesla and then you're like, okay, I'm at work, set my Tesla to go be a cab.
Yeah, that's a great thing. Honestly, that's a really cool thing. If you live in something that doesn't have traffic like we have in our city, like if you live in like a little bit more like if you live in a place where there's only 125,000 people instead of 200,000 people or whatever, maybe, or actually had fucking streets where the potholes weren't 3 feet deep, for fuck's sake. The alley, they just graded the alleyway and redid it, and you already see the dents that are going through there. That's the fucking garbage trucks doing it.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that happens when you have a dirt road instead of
Yeah, but they also could be really fucking smart about it and have us put everything out front on the paved road. But no, too many old whiners are going, I didn't want to walk my can from the front yard down the little hill to my help.
Also, it doesn't look as nice if you have trash out front.
My bins look just fine because they are clean and organized-ish. Well, they're organized at least. I mean, no bins are clean. But I don't know. Everybody's just got these infatuations, and AI, I do agree with the experts. I think it's in a bubble because I think as cool as it is and as much fun as you can have with it, I think people are going to realize at some point that it's going to be putting people out of work.
And it's already done that.
It's going to even do it more so.
Yeah.
It's going to be putting a lot more.
Better.
It's going to put more digital artists out of work and everything. And then we're going to have more people going, well, now I'm forced to go work at McDonald, so I need $27 an hour because that's what I was making as a digital art designer. Well,
it's not the way that works.
No, but that's how people are. Anyways, I am very glad that you found the AI program that does the descriptors. I find that really cool. I'll be really interested to see if you can figure out one of these other programs to do that other idea we had about putting like a little AI program together to go with the podcast, just for something funny to see how it is. Although you already know what I took dibs on, and I already know what you have dibs on as far as can they create it.
Yeah.
That'd be really interesting to see. Just more than anything, I'd like to see what the AI brain comes up with for our, with our transcripts and our audios. It would be really interesting because, is it going to come up with a thought bubble and about the things we've talked about, like with The Walking Dead, an old episode, or more Batmans? I would love it if it came up with an artificial thing where it shows the Batmans and like a Michael Keaton version and a George Clooney version, and it'd be great.
Yeah.
Just not Robert Pattinson. I'm sorry. No Spike Lee vampires. Thank you. Although I didn't mind the Batman. He did a good job.
Okay.
My partner does not like Robert Pattinson's Batman. Anyways. Yeah. It's good to be recording again.
Oh, yeah.
Have a great day.
Later.
Bye. Okay, everybody. That's all the time we have for today. So I want to thank you for stopping by to enjoy the conversation. We're glad you're here, and please share and share again and share some more. And if you haven't already, subscribe. We'll be having another chat and another cup soon. We'll talk to you then. Look forward to seeing you.